Well, hello again, YouTubers. I wanted you to check out this job I did about 3 years ago for a neighbor lady. I had to tear down an old barn with my John Deere 310 backhoe. Put up a little bit of a fight, but as you'll see, we finally came out on top. Be sure to like my videos and subscribe to my channel if you like this weekend warrior stuff. Thanks a lot. Check it out. Well, here is the victim. This old poor barn used to have tin siding all the way around, but we stripped all the tin off so that we could repurpose some of that material for some inside furnishings. But we got going straight away, trying to poke at it from the front. I start off trying to break off that telephone pole. There's a telephone pole on that front right corner, and I knew that that was going to give us fits because that was the best thing holding that building down. You can see there at the bottom of that pole, if you look carefully, you can see where I cut it. I cut it with the hopes that I could snap it off as I was pushing on it from the opposite side. I kind of want it all to land there on top of itself so I don't make a big mess in the yard. This was an old tin shed corn crib. Ooh, that was a pretty good hit. The insurance company wouldn't insure it anymore, so it became a home for raccoons and turkey buzzards, actually. So the owner thought it was time to come down. I thought all that tin siding was really cool, so we took off as much as we could off the sides, and then I got a bunch off the roof as well. But that thing is stouter than I thought it would be. I thought I'd be able to push right on that, no problem, and shove it over. And my idea by pushing high is to kind of use a lever action, thinking that I'd get that to pop and go. That's my uncle standing there in the foreground, Uncle Kenny. It's weebling and wobbling, but maybe if I hit it a little harder. You start to get frustrated after a while and get a little rammy. Now that time you could see that pole, I think, snapped that time. Oh yeah, it's going to give up here. And that'll do it. It didn't take it too long. It was a shame to see that big of a barn come down, and normally this is something I would try to get an excavator in there for, but I only live about a mile from here, and I already had the backhoe, and there wasn't much to this building once you got it down. It was, you know, mostly empty space on the inside, so there's not a lot to it. And as long as you can keep the top from falling on you as you're working, then that's the main thing to keep in staying safe. So that's why I was trying to push it and get it to cantilever over one direction. And then I'm trying to take the backhoe and get all those parts that are still suspended up in the air. Like that post is holding a bunch up. I want to try to get it knocked down. There we go. As that roof gets closer to the ground, then there's less of a likelihood that anything's going to fall and break the machine or land in the cab. You really, when you're doing a project like this, the main thing you want to watch out for is debris falling towards the cab, or making sure nothing can poke into the tires or damage the hydraulic lines on the backhoe stick. So those are the things I'm watching out for. Here, I'll rip more of the siding off the front. I should have saved more of that siding right there. I just ruined a bunch of pieces. I actually did the inside of my office in my shop. I used that metal from that building right there to finish off the office inside my shop. It looks really cool when you can repurpose some of that old patinaed metal. So it really didn't take much to get it on the ground. Once we got it to snap and start to go, it fell down pretty easily. I get everything on the ground, and then we took another hour or so and pulled all the tin off of that. So we removed as much of the metal as we could, so that all we had left was really wood timbers and some trashy debris, as you can see there. And then I dug a big hole behind the building, so towards the field that you can see in the background. I dug a pretty good sized hole right there, and then I took all that wood debris and I pulled and pushed it into that hole after I got it dug. We set it on fire and burned up all the timbers and wood and trash that would burn. There's my dad sitting there watching on. It's been a long day. But once all that got burned up, then I tore into the concrete footer that you can see. There's the footer pieces. I'm busting those up into sizes I can handle. And then I get those on top of that ashes and debris, and then backfill with dirt. And now that's all seeded up and done. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please.